In a kingdom where colors shine with intensity and shapes defy logic, there are creatures that seem to have stepped out of a dream or a Photoshop creation. Get ready to fall in love with 15 birds so astonishing that they will make you question everything you thought you knew about natural beauty. From iridescent plumage to beaks sculpted to perfection, these birds are true masterpieces of nature. Get ready for a journey through the most mind-blowing feathers on the planet. Ready to question everything you knew about nature? Then let's begin. In a kingdom where colors shine with intensity and shapes defy logic, there are creatures that seem to have stepped out of a dream or a Photoshop creation. Get ready to fall in love with 15 birds so astonishing that they will make you question everything you thought you knew about natural beauty. From iridescent plumage to beaks sculpted to perfection, these birds are true masterpieces of nature. Get ready for a journey through the most mind-blowing feathers on the planet. Ready to question everything you knew about nature? Then let's begin. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and leave your like. Now, let's get started. Number 15. Gouldian finch, Erythrura gouldiae. In the dry woodlands and shrublands of Australia, a small winged treasure reveals itself with colors that seem born from the most vibrant palette of an artist. The Gouldian finch, Erythrura gouldiae, one of the most dazzling birds in the animal kingdom. Its tiny size, no larger than a closed fist, hides a plumage so fascinating that it seems to defy the laws of nature itself, as if designed by a graphic artist with impeccable taste in colors. The first thing that captures attention when observing this little jewel is the incredible combination of hues. Purple, green, yellow, and blue intertwine with an almost impossible precision rarely found in other living beings. Intense green covers its back, while radiant yellow adorns the belly and underside, creating a bright and welcoming contrast. The face of the Gouldian finch, in turn, is a true masterpiece, with a deep blue tone that stands out from the rest. But what really steals the scene is its chest and throat, a purple so vibrant it seems unreal, as if nature decided to add a touch of fantasy to this bird. This dazzling plumage is not only a visual feast, but also a trump card in its social life. The males, with their spectacular appearance, use their colorful feathers as tools during courtship rituals, displaying their hues to attract females' attention. During this process, males emit soft trills, creating an atmosphere of fascination and seduction that makes the spectacle even more enchanting. This vibrant color display serves a vital purpose. As in many other species, the brightest and most well-defined colors indicate a healthier individual with better genes, increasing their chances of being chosen as a mate. Number 14. Atlantic puffin, Fratercula arctica. On the windy cliffs of the North Atlantic, where the sea crashes fiercely against the rocks, a little clown of nature defies the storms. The Atlantic puffin, Fratercula arctica. This bird, with such a peculiar appearance that it seems to have stepped out of a cartoon, has captured the imagination of those lucky enough to observe it in its natural habitat. With its colorful beak and unmistakable silhouette, the puffin is not only one of the most beloved birds, but also a symbol of the cold, windy coasts of northern Europe and North America. The puffin's beak is undoubtedly its most striking feature. Large, flattened, and shaped like a spoon, it bursts with vibrant colors. Red, orange, blue, and yellow blend in patterns that seem to be created in a design lab. This natural wonder is not only a visual delight, but also serves a very practical purpose. During the breeding season, the puffin uses its beak to carry the fish it catches in the Atlantic waters with acrobat-like skill. The beak functions like a perfect clamp, capable of holding several fish at once without dropping them, allowing it to bring food back to its chicks in the dark crevices of the cliffs. But the colorful beak is not the puffin's only marvel. Its plumage, though less flashy than the beak, is also fascinating. In winter, it displays dark, discreet tones that help it camouflage in the ocean. Yet, in spring and summer, the puffin transforms into a visual spectacle. Its feathers take on lighter, softer shades, and its presence becomes a symbol of spring on the islands it inhabits. Despite its small size, this bird, with its clumsy flight style and incredible sea skills, moves with a unique grace that makes it one of the most cherished creatures of the region. Number 13. Helmeted hornbill, Rhinoplax vigil. In the dense forests of Southeast Asia, among trees that rise like ancient guardians toward the sky, lives a creature that seems straight out of a surreal fantasy. The helmeted hornbill, Rhinoplax vigil. This majestic bird, combining the elegance of a giant with the subtlety of a specter, is a perfect example of how nature can create beings so stunning they seem to belong to a digital world. The first detail that impresses about the hornbill is its plumage. a sophisticated mix of black and white that covers its body with almost perfect uniformity. However, the real spectacle begins on its head, where the hornbill sports a bright yellow helmet adorning its beak. This helmet, a structure of intense colors and an almost plastic appearance, is not merely decorative but a fascinating tool playing a crucial role in its social life. The hornbill's large, robust beak complements this unique look, creating an impressive image that seems to come directly from a fantasy world. This distinctive helmet gives the hornbill an imposing air, as if the creature wore a true royal helm, reinforcing its image as the sovereign of the jungle. Beyond its visual impact, the beak is not just for show, it serves a practical function. Helmeted hornbills use it to feed on a diet mainly composed of fruits, insects, and small animals. The shape of their beak allows them to extract nectar from flowers and easily crack hard fruits, while its robust structure gives them the power to move through the trees with remarkable agility. The helmet on the beak, far from being a mere ornament, also plays a role in territorial defense and courtship, when the male uses its imposing presence to attract the female. The helmeted hornbill stands out not only for its beauty but also for its unique behavior. In flight, its large size and striking appearance make it visible from afar, but when it perches, its discreet nature and dense habitat transform it into a master of camouflage, almost impossible to detect among the branches and leaves of the forest. Number 12. Black-necked trogon, Trogon rufus. In the heart of the tropical forests of the Americas, where light filters through the leaves like liquid gold, dwells a master of contrasts, the black-necked trogon, Trogon rufus. This bird seems to have been surgically split in half. Its chest shines with metallic emerald green, while its belly blazes with intense red, as if painted with pure pigments. The transition between the colors is so abrupt it looks like digital design, not nature. But its true uniqueness lies in its feet. Unlike most birds, it has the first and second toes pointing backward, a unique adaptation that allows it to cling vertically to trunks while searching for insects and fruits. Its hunting technique is equally peculiar. It remains motionless for long periods, turning only its head nearly 180 degrees to scan the surroundings before launching into a short, silent flight. The trogon has a special relationship with trees. It excavates its nests in arboreal termite mounds or rotten trunks, using its short but strong beak like a chisel. Interestingly, both males and females share this vibrant coloration unusual in tropical birds, where usually only the male is showy. For indigenous peoples, its deep, repetitive call, trock, 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 was considered a messenger of rain. Today, scientists see its presence as a sign of mature and healthy forests. Each sighting of this winged jewel reminds us that, in nature, the boldest contrasts are not design flaws, they are masterpieces of evolution. Number 11. Malachite kingfisher, Corythornis cristatus. Over the calm waters of African rivers, a flash of living jewels darts through the air at the speed of an arrow. The Malachite kingfisher, Corythornis cristatus. This tiny hunter, measuring only 13 centimeters, is an explosion of contrasts. Its back shines in electric turquoise blue, while its chest blazes with incandescent orange, as if wearing the very sunset itself. It's not a bird, it's lightning with feathers. But its true magic lies in its fishing technique. Perched on low branches over the water, it calculates trajectories with mathematical precision. When it spots a fish, it dives in a 40-kilometer-per-hour plunge, creating only a gentle splash. Its eyes have a unique adaptation, a transparent membrane that acts like diving goggles underwater, allowing it to see clearly beneath the surface. In less than a second, it emerges with its prey, striking it against the branch to stun it before swallowing, always starting with the head. Its name, Malachite, comes from the greenish-blue mineral that its plumage resembles. But there's an even more fascinating detail. This blue isn't from pigments, but from nanostructures in its feathers that refract light. It's the same phenomenon that colors soap bubbles, but perfected by evolution. In many African cultures, it is considered a messenger between worlds for inhabiting the boundary between two elements, air and water. Today, although a common bird, its presence indicates healthy aquatic ecosystems. Each time this little colorful archer plunges into the water, it reminds us that nature hides masters of design in the most unexpected places, and that sometimes the brightest things come in small packages. Number 10. Andean cock of the rock, Rupicola peruvianus. In the depths of the Amazon jungle, where mist clings to rocky cliffs, an otherworldly spectacle unfolds at dawn. The Andean cock of the rock, Rupicola peruvianis appears like a living flame amidst the green, with its incandescent orange plumage that seems to glow with its own light. Its head, adorned with a perfectly disc-shaped crest, makes it look like a mythological creature, half bird, half crown of fire. The males gather in places called leks, where they fiercely compete for the attention of females. Each chooses its own rocky stage and performs a hypnotic dance, jumps, bows, and strange sounds, blending croaks with whistles. When several males dance together, the effect is so surreal that early European explorers described it as an assembly of fire elves. Its crest is not just ornamental. Studies reveal that its size and symmetry indicate the genetic quality of the male. Females, in discreet reddish-brown tones, watch hidden among the vegetation, selecting the best dancer after days of careful observation. This bird is also a true ecological engineer. Its droppings, rich in seeds, help regenerate forests, and its presence indicates a healthy ecosystem. For Andean cultures, it represents the connection between the earthly and spiritual worlds, appearing in pre-Incan ceramics as a solar symbol. Today, although its population is declining due to habitat loss, the Andean cock of the rock remains the undisputed king of nature's most extravagant courtships, a living reminder that, in the most hidden corners of the planet, evolution writes the scripts that surpass any fiction. Number 9. Mandarin duck, Ilex galericulata. In the tranquil lakes of Asian forests, where the morning light filters through the leaves, swims a living masterpiece, the Mandarin duck, Ilex galericulata. The male of this species looks as if painted by an obsessive artist. Its plumage combines flame-like orange tones, perfectly outlined white stripes, metallic blue reflections, and purple details that shift hue with the light. Each feather seems placed with millimeter precision, forming a pattern that defies any evolutionary logic. But this extravagance has a purpose: to seduce. During courtship, the male performs a series of ritualized movements, tilting his head to display his iridescent crest, raising the flank feathers like fans, and emitting a soft whistle. The female, more discreet in shades of gray and brown, watches this living work of art closely before choosing her mate. There's a fascinating detail in their anatomy. Their wings produce a distinctive sound when flying a sharp whistle created by specialized feathers. In Chinese culture, where the species originates, this sound was considered an omen of good luck. Its symbolic value was so great that, for centuries, the Mandarin duck was a bird reserved exclusively for nobility, and its image adorned traditional court garments as a symbol of marital fidelity. Today, although common in urban parks across Europe where it has been introduced, in its natural Asian habitat, it is becoming increasingly rare. The Mandarin duck reminds us that nature can be as exquisite as it is fragile, and that some of its most beautiful creations need protection to continue dazzling future generations with their colorful aquatic spectacle. Number 8. Gouldian finch, Erythrura gouldiae. In the arid savannas of northern Australia, a small, colorful miracle flutters among the grasses, the Gouldian finch, Erythrura gouldiae. This bird, measuring only 15 centimeters, looks like a living watercolor, with an intense purple chest, sun-yellow belly, emerald green back, and a head that can be red, black, or golden depending on the variety. These are not different subspecies but natural variations of a single species, as if nature couldn't decide which color combination was the most perfect. But this color palette hides an evolutionary mystery. The 3 color variants coexist in the same population, something extremely rare in the animal world. Scientists discovered that females prefer males whose head color differs from their own, helping maintain this genetic diversity. It's as if, in the world of Gouldian finches, difference is the greatest treasure. Their social life is equally fascinating. Gouldian finches are gregarious birds that form communal breeding colonies, where several pairs build nests together in the hollows of eucalyptus trees. During the dry season, they can fly hundreds of kilometers in search of water, guided by distant lightning signaling rain. Their song is a soft murmur mixed with sharp, almost metallic whistles. But the most extraordinary part is the courtship ritual. The male dances before the female holding a feather or small twig in his beak, rhythmically moving his head while his colors shine under the sun. Today, this little winged rainbow faces threats in its natural habitat, yet remains a living treasure, reminding us that beauty can be small, fragile, and at the same time extraordinarily resilient. A reminder that diversity, whether in colors or genes, is nature's greatest treasure. Number 7. Emerald hummingbird, Chlorostilbon melisugus. In the world, there is a winged jeweler who transforms light into magic. The emerald hummingbird, Chlorostilbon melissugus. This tiny aerial architect, weighing less than a coin, carries on its body the most hypnotic green in nature. It's not just a color, it's an optical spectacle. When light hits it, its plumage shifts from dark emerald to electric green in the blink of an eye, as if made of liquid metal. The physics behind this phenomenon is astonishing. Its feathers contain no green pigment, but microstructures that refract light like a prism, filtering out all colors except that iridescent green. It's the same principle that makes a CD sparkle in the sun, but perfected by evolution over millions of years. This chameleon-like effect serves both to impress females and to confuse predators. One moment it's visible, the next it disappears among the foliage. But its true magic lies in flight. With up to 80 wing beats per second, it is the only bird capable of flying backward and hovering motionless in the air. Its heart beats about 1,000 times per minute, and its bifurcated tongue extends like a spring to sip nectar. Every day, it visits up to 100 flowers, consuming up to half its weight in nectar and becoming an essential pollinator for tropical ecosystems. The ancient Maya believed hummingbirds were messengers between gods and men. Today, the emerald hummingbird continues to challenge our cameras. No lens can fully capture its ever-changing splendor. It is a living reminder that nature holds secrets no technology can replicate, and that sometimes the smallest creatures wear the brightest costumes. Number 6. Rainbow lorikeet, Trichoglossus mollucanus. Imagine a rainbow that comes to life, spreads its wings, and crosses the skies. That is the rainbow lorikeet, Trichoglossus mollucanus, an Australian bird whose plumage looks like the wild palette of a painter inspired by nature. From its cobalt blue head to its reddish-orange chest, through its emerald green belly and yellow thighs, every inch of its body is an explosion of pure color. It's not just a bird, it's a walking party of feathers. But these colors aren't just simple decorations. The rainbow lorikeet has a unique tongue among birds, long, thin, and brush-tipped, specialized in licking nectar. While feeding, it becomes an airborne pollinator, carrying pollen from flower to flower as its multicolored plumage rivals the beauty of the very flowers it visits. Its diet is so particular that it includes up to 43 different plant species, and it can be seen in noisy flocks of up to 50 individuals, turning trees into living murals. Here's a surprising fact. Its iridescent plumage isn't only due to pigments. The lorikeet's feathers contain microstructures that refract light, creating this metallic effect that seems to change shade depending on the angle, the same physical principle that makes soap bubbles shine, but perfected over millions of years of evolution. In Australia, where it is native, the Aboriginal people call it gururdu and consider it a messenger between tribes. Today, its popularity as a pet has led to established populations in Hong Kong and New Zealand. But nothing compares to seeing it in the wild, flying among the eucalyptus like drops of paint thrown into the sky, reminding us that nature is the greatest artist and that pure color exists if we just know where to look. Number 5. Golden pheasant, Chrysolophus pictus. In the wooded mountains of western China, where mist plays among the bamboo, a mythical being comes to life at every dawn, the golden pheasant, Chrysolophus pictus. The male of this species looks like it was created by an extravagant artist. Its golden crest feathers ripple like liquid flames. Its intense orange cape falls like a royal mantle over a scarlet body. And its tail, finely striped in black and beige, fans out like a ceremonial fan. It is so colorful that the first European naturalists who saw it doubted it was real. But this explosion of colors serves a vital purpose: courtship. During mating season, the male transforms the forest floor into a theatrical stage. He stomps his feet on the ground, spreads his orange cape like a royal mantle, and rhythmically moves his head to make the golden feathers of his crest ripple. This entire spectacle is accompanied by peculiar sounds, a high-pitched whistle, followed by a metallic noise produced by vibrating his specialized feathers. Interestingly, the female is completely different, with a discreet, brownish plumage that allows her to camouflage among the vegetation while incubating eggs. This extreme sexual dimorphism is an evolutionary strategy. While she remains unnoticed, he attracts all the attention, including that of predators. In Chinese culture, the golden pheasant is a symbol of good luck and prosperity. Its image has adorned paintings and porcelain for centuries, and it is considered the mythical ancestor of the phoenix. Today, although common in captivity, in its natural habitat it has become elusive due to hunting and forest loss, a reminder that even the most spectacular creatures are fragile in the face of human activity. The golden pheasant teaches us that nature knows no excess. Where we would see exaggerated colors, it creates a living masterpiece. perfectly adapted to its environment and purpose. A being that seems straight out of a fairy tale but breathes, moves, and shines among the bamboo groves of China, challenging our imagination with every golden feather that catches the sunlight. Number 4. Multicolored tanager, chlorocridissima. In the misty heights of the Andes, where fog curls among the leaves of cloud forests, a sparkle of living jewels breaks through the monotony of green. The multicolored tanager, Chlorocrisa nitidissima. This small bird, no bigger than a human hand, seems to carry a rainbow woven into its feathers. Its back shines with an emerald green so intense it looks liquid. Its chest bursts with a vibrant lemon yellow, and its throat sports an electric blue that defies any canvas. It's not a bird, it's a kaleidoscope with wings. But its beauty is only the beginning. The multicolored tanager hides a secret. Its plumage is not static. Under the evening light, the green feathers take on golden hues, and the blue of its throat becomes almost ultraviolet, a spectacle invisible to our eyes, but not to other tanagers. These birds see colors we can't even name, turning their appearance into a secret language of courtship and rivalry. They live in small, noisy groups, moving through the branches like a burst of color. Their call is a sharp, almost metallic chip that gets lost in the forest's murmur. But the most curious thing is their diet. They feed on small fruits and insects, and have been observed to prefer moss-covered trees, where their green plumage allows them to camouflage until they move and reveal their explosion of tones. For the indigenous peoples of the Andes, this bird was seen as a bridge between earth and sky, because of its tones that blend the green of the forest with the blue of the heavens. Today, it is a reminder that biodiversity hides treasures. No advanced design software could reproduce because the multicolored tanager doesn't seem real. And yet there it is, fluttering among the clouds like a fragment of paradise that decided to stay on Earth. Number 3. Bird of paradise, family Paradiseidae. In the jungles of New Guinea, where the humidity wraps everything like a cloak of mystery, lives a bird that defies imagination. The king bird of paradise, Ciconuris regius, doesn't look like a bird. It looks like a living jewel. Its plumage is an explosion of impossible colors, a blood-red velvet chest, an emerald green crown, and side feathers that curl into golden spirals, as if crafted by a goldsmith from threads of pure gold. When it moves, it shines under the sun's rays like a dancing flame. But its true magic lies in its courtship ritual, one of the most elaborate performances in the animal kingdom. The male prepares his stage. He clears a small patch of forest floor as if marking a sacred scene. Then he opens his feathers in an iridescent fan and begins to dance. He bows, leaps, and spins with the precision of an acrobat, while his feathers shimmer and vibrate. Every movement is calculated so that the female, with her discreet colors, like a critical spectator, cannot look away. There's a fascinating detail. Those golden feathers contain no pigment. Their brilliance comes from natural nanotechnology microstructures in the feathers that refract light, creating metallic tones no pigment could ever produce. It's the same principle that makes a morpho butterfly's wings shine, but taken to the extreme. For centuries, European explorers didn't believe these birds were real. The first taxidermied specimens that reached Europe in the 15th century were prepared without legs, because native hunters would cut them off to emphasize their ethereal beauty. Naturalists thought they were celestial creatures that floated forever, feeding on the dew of paradise. Today we know they are as earthly as they are magical. But their name, Bird of Paradise, remains perfect because seeing this little king of fiery feathers transform the jungle into a fantasy theater is, without a doubt, the closest we can come to witnessing a miracle. Number 2. Indian peafowl, Pavo cristatus. In the golden evenings of India, among forests and open fields, a natural spectacle displays its splendor. The Indian peafowl, Pavo cristatus, is not just a bird, it's a living work of art. Its tail, a mantle of iridescent feathers, rises like a fantasy fan, each feather adorned with an ocellus, a hypnotic eye and shades of sapphire, emerald, and gold. These circles are not mere decorations, they are weapons of seduction. When the male raises his tail in a trembling display of feathers, the ocelli shine under the sun, creating an optical effect that mesmerizes the females and anyone who watches. But there are more secrets behind this plumage. Did you know that what we call the tail is actually the upper tail coverts? The real tail feathers are short and gray, hidden beneath this spectacle of pure theatrics. Each of these feathers can measure up to 1.5 meters, and their microscopic structure, with ridges that refract light, is what generates that metallic shine. It's not pigment, it's pure physics, like the play of colors in a soap bubble. The Indian peafowl's courtship dance is a true marvel of nature's choreography. The male not only fans out his radiant feathers but also vibrates them rapidly, producing a low-frequency sound that resembles falling rain or distant thunder. This subtle acoustic signal adds another layer of complexity to his display, appealing to the female's senses beyond just the visual. This multimodal courtship behavior shows how evolution has shaped the peafowl to use a combination of signals to maximize reproductive success. In human culture, the peafowl has always been a symbol of beauty, immortality, and even vanity. In Hindu mythology, it is closely associated with Lakshmi, the goddess of prosperity and good fortune, often depicted riding on or accompanied by a peacock. The bird symbolizes grace, dignity, and the cycle of renewal. In ancient Greece, it was considered sacred to Hera, the queen of the gods, who was said to have adorned the bird with the eyes on its feathers, representing watchfulness and protection. Across cultures, the peafowl has been revered, inspiring art, poetry, and religious symbolism throughout history. However, this elegance comes at a price. The magnificent tail makes the peafowl slow to flee from predators and highly conspicuous. Its bright plumage and large size attract not only admirers but also threats, including large carnivores and humans. Despite this vulnerability, the peafowl thrives, a testament to the balance between beauty and survival in the natural world. Interestingly, the Indian peafowl's feathers have inspired scientific studies in optics and material science. Researchers have examined the microscopic structure of peacock feathers to develop new photonic materials that mimic their iridescence for use in technology, such as anti-counterfeiting measures, color-changing fabrics, and advanced sensors. Nature's design in these feathers is a marvel of evolutionary innovation. Beyond their natural and cultural significance, peafowl play important roles in their ecosystems. They are omnivorous, feeding on seeds, insects, and small reptiles, and help control insect populations. They also serve as prey for large predators, contributing to the ecological balance. In Indian villages, peafowl often roam freely, considered sacred and protected by tradition. Their presence is welcomed as a sign of auspiciousness and natural beauty, reinforcing a deep connection between humans and the wildlife around them. In the end, the Indian peafowl reigns as an emperor of iridescent feathers, crowned by the admiration of the world. It reminds us that sometimes, evolution does not choose what is practical, but what is extraordinary, a dazzling dance of colors, sounds, and symbols that continue to enchant and inspire. Number 1. Resplendent Quetzal, Pheromacrus mochino. Imagine a bird so majestic that its plumage seems woven from the very light of the forest. The resplendent quetzal is a creature that seems not to fully belong to this world. Its iridescent green, so bright it looks like liquid, reflects the sun's rays through the damp leaves of the cloud forests of Mesoamerica. Its chest, a deep crimson red, beats as if it carried the fire of the jungle itself within its body. But what truly makes it unmistakable are its tail feathers, two thin, incredibly long green streamers that can exceed the length of its body and ripple behind it with elegance, as if floating in slow motion. This plumage, which looks hand-painted by an artist from another age, is not just beauty for beauty's sake, it is a symbol of life, power, and spirituality for many indigenous cultures. The ancient Maya and Aztecs regarded it as a sacred bird. Its mere presence was seen as a message from the gods, and its feathers were as valuable as gold. Yet, in a gesture of respect for the animal, the priests did not kill it. They would capture the quetzal, carefully remove its feathers, and set it free so that it could continue to grace the forest with its splendor. The male quetzal displays its most spectacular plumage during the mating season. That's when those long tail feathers, which can measure over half a meter, become its greatest pride. He uses them to court the females, flying slowly between the branches, leaving behind a trail of colors that seems to float in the air. The female, though with more subtle colors, is also elegant, with bright green plumage and a serene gaze that seems to hold the wisdom of the forest. They live at high altitudes, in the cool, moist mountain forests of countries like Guatemala, Costa Rica, and southern Mexico. Despite its beauty and its cultural and historical significance, the quetzal is under threat. The destruction of its habitat has reduced its populations, and though it flies free, its future depends on the conservation of the forests that give it life. Seeing a quetzal in the wild is a privilege not only because it is rare, but because for a moment you feel as if you have witnessed something that belongs to an ancient and sacred world. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content that is appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.